as I've been so adventurous lately, this particular threesome was the perfect unicorn. And I feel like we never really talk about the other side, but you recently were a unicorn to someone.
No, I wasn't. I was
their
in
girlfriend.
I was trying to be their girlfriend, bitch. I was not their unicorn, damn
But you
it.
were. That's what she wanted.
No, she wanted that. I am not proclaiming that I was a unicorn.
Okay, so this is how people fucked up. I have that in my thing too.
Okay.
So
tell us the story before you give tips.
Okay.
We want to hear the threesome, damn it.
Right. So
uninterrupted, y'all. I'm shutting up.
I didn't know she was going to be the first and perfect threesome girl, but she was more assertive in the messages, which should have let me know. Going back and forth with her, was swiping in LA. I'm like, ooh, she's super sexy, whatever. We're chatting a little bit, and then boom, what are you here for? Maybe her third message. Next message was more so along the lines of like, here have been my experiences. What made your last experiences bad? What made them good? I then asked her about her boundaries. And she said something that made me laugh so much. She does have a picture where she looked a little tomboyish. So I was like, she looked pretty gay. I don't know if she really take dick like that. And she was like, I don't like long bouts of penetration. I need a 10-minute king. I don't need a lot. Okay. And then she also talked about how couples acted and why she didn't enjoy it. She talked about sexual experiences she had with couples where the man got very jealous. And this is probably maybe the third time I've heard a woman say this. That isn't super femme.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to say that she wasn't feminine or anything like that because super cute, like big and super feminine energy, but like maybe in lesbian relationships she isn't. I don't know. But we made jokes about being tomgirls. So she talked about how like even after fucking the man, if the girl and her cuddled or something like that, she felt like a weird tension or jealousy and couldn't take it. So that was first off, basically saying the couple needs to be like respecting each other or I'm not interested in this.
Which is same.
In my profile, I talk about how my boyfriend and I want to like spoil someone. And by that, I just mean like making them a pillow princess.
Here we go. You just wanted to say the word.
No, I said it right. And, you know, so just like getting to rub them, touch them, massage them, like make them feel really adored. So we get to our date at the Line Hotel. It is in LA. It's like a good spot on the rooftop. It's like this little greenhouse looking vibe. And so me and him are going back and forth like, okay, no, that's a dinner vibe. We should just do straight to drinks. This girl seemed like she knows what's up. I'm like, no, I need a dinner. I need to do something like that's not super like I need.
That's what you wanted.
I like a date,
okay.
You know? She gets there and I'm not going to hold you for what it turned into. I kind of felt awkward at first.
Why? What made it awkward?
She was something about, I don't know. It didn't feel as sexual as I thought it would because of the messages. So I kind of was confused. Like, do we need drinks to warm up? Whatever.
Was it what she wore? Like, what made, knowing that she was coming to be a unicorn, what made her...
I think I know what it is.
What made her introduction like less sexual?
Okay.
In person.
Talking about sex so frequently in the app.
It does, yes.
It almost gets awkward because you're like, what do you do? And it's like...
In person, you didn't want to talk about sex.
No, I'm just saying like, we're now having to learn who each other is after we all just talked about this dirty shit.
Okay.
So now I'm sitting there and we're getting to know what each other does for work. Then we start talking about politics at one point and I'm like,
oh, no, that'll dry my pussy.
I mean, but it wasn't bad because it was all, you know, we're all on the same team here. Like she was black.
Okay.
And 98% of the chance. It wasn't no Candace. But basically, I realized like, shit, how does this take a turn? The restaurant starts closing down. We go downstairs to get drinks at their speakeasy. Now we have a place to get closer together.
Yep.
Something I learned, it has to be a lounge where there's no table in between. Like,
okay,
if it's not like a real date, you know? Because once we could do that, she was in the middle of us and we got really close. The other thing that made her the perfect unicorn, we had one drink. It was barely finished. She kissed me first, literally turned around, kissed him next.
Okay.
Everybody was there watching, which made it so hot.
Okay.
I loved that. And also, at first I was thinking, damn, that was kind of like presumptuous of her, right? But in her messages,
she knew what she was there for.
In her messages to me, she asked about how I feel about that kind of stuff. And I said, oh, I love PDA. I'm totally okay with him kissing women and like doing things outside of me. I'm cool with affection outside of me, whatever. So I think that's what she was building on, like, oh, I'm going to take this leap. Right after the drink is finished, she goes, or she makes a joke about how I can kiss with my braces because I was super nervous and also my braces weren't in the picture. So I was a total catfish. Very embarrassing. She was like, okay, that was good. You're a good kisser. Y'all are good kissers. We're laughing. We're doing a 3-way kiss. Nigga, I felt so bad for the people in there. Anyway, he's about to go get us another drink. And she goes, no, we can just have one at your place. And I was like, oh. It was like 9:45, Mandii.
I like that.
Me too.
Because I want to be to bed by 1.
Hello.
I would want an early threesome too. I ain't mad at that.
So I was unprepared. I didn't ask what she likes to drink. Nothing like that. Girl.
Damn.
I'm saying beforehand.
Yeah, real bad host of you.
Girl, I only had one little bottle in that house.
Also, was that the plan for y'all to host? And were you fine with immediately hosting at your house and not getting a hotel room?
Yeah.
What would be, sorry to pause, but what would you suggest? If someone is doing this for the first time, do you suggest that someone feels comfortable with bringing this person to their home? Or would it be smarter for a host?
I don't know if that's a good answer. Like,
no?
I live in the Lower East Side, right? Of course,
but this was in LA.
No,
right?
I'm saying I'm used to always hosting and having people come over, whether it's sexual or not, because I'm right there, right? Anyone goes out to eat or for a drink, they're coming over my spot.
So it's maybe how far they have to commute then?
Yeah, like for me, it's more so like I'm used to welcoming people into my house, and I don't have issues with telling someone to leave.
I know, bitch. That's why you had to move. All them robberies.
Oh my God. I used to live on Melrose, y'all. Anyway, so, we were nearby. So we get back to the house. I fucking Uber Eats mad liquor. Gin. Okay. I ain't never had ordered gin before. I was like, what's the most expensive gin? Hendrix. Then I'm gonna get the classes. I was like, let me just step it up. So we get there and we're all just sitting there in the kitchen. And I'm like, oh my God, what do we do next? And we're hosting. So I'm feeling like I got to make the step.
Yep.
I grabbed the Uno. This bitch, because she ain't playing no games. I don't know if she knows horrible decisions or not. As a 35-year-old lesbian who's black, I feel like she might, but she ain't asked me my job.
She's not a lesbian. She's bi.
No,
if she takes dick, bro, she's not a lesbian.
I'm going to say 85% lesbian.
We'll talk later.
How this works. We'll get into it later.
How that works.
But no, I mean, she had mainly girlfriends, only dated one guy in college. Like,
okay.
But yeah, so we start playing Uno or whatever. We're having fun. We're drinking. And I just don't know what to do right now because I am so in my brain about making someone feel comfortable and consensual that I realize I really need women to lead in these scenarios. I do not like being pushy. I'm also the one who's with this man. Like, I don't want you to feel like you have to do anything. It's just too much. You know what I mean? Like, on the woman, if they just lose it. So I'm losing that part of me. I believe doing horrible decisions for years also made me a little bit of too much of a consent whore. Like, I wanted to kiss her 30 minutes before she did that, but I wasn't going to do it. So she must got tired of playing Uno because she was like, whoever loses takes their top off. And I was like, oh.
A real one. She's done this before.
Oh, yeah.
Here for it.
So he takes his off because he lost.
Okay.
And she's looking at his chest. And then it turns into a kiss with him and I. Turns to a kiss with all of us. He says we all should get in the bed. This girl, my girl, we were talking about massages, brought her own massage oil. Was like, oh, here's a candle. I got it at Black Market Flea. And, it's black owned, so I just figured we do whatever. Girl, she gets undressed first. Her ass was so fat. I had only seen this with friends. Like, I got thick friends, but I ain't never put my mouth in one, where I was ready to die about some shit. And literally, when she took off her pants, him and I looked at each other like, oh, shit. And it's funny because he loves thick girls and be talking to me about it. But I was like, okay, now I get it. So she lays down in her panties. We're talking about her nice body. Like, we're saying it out loud audibly. I'm literally at her feet. It's a forehand massage. He's towards her neck. She's like moaning, talking about how amazing it feels. And it's just like this big fucking display of affection. She turns around, she's looking at us, and she's talking about how she's enjoying it. She's like, you guys are doing whatever you want with me. Girl was like a movie. She was so sexy. She's like, you're just doing whatever you want. I love it. And then she looks at me and says, what do you want? And I'm like, oh.
Now she turned into a pussy.
No.
What'd you say?
I said, I want to watch him fuck you.
Oh.
And she said something about being warmed up first, I think. Like, oh, I want to be warmed up. Like, whatever. She was like, okay. So we start going down on her together, making out with the clit in between. Oh my God, it was such a deep moment of love.
Oh my God.
And we're just like, top of the pussy. It was so sexy. She's moaning, talking about how great it is. And then at one point it was funny because we really forgot his dick was there, you know? So he's like about to put the condom on. I was like, oh, well, let me suck it. And then I saw her get up too, like, oh, girl. You know what?
Y'all forgot.
Shout out to niggas that don't give a fuck. Because he really was just grateful. So we're sucking his dick. Her and I are making out. It's getting super sexy. They start fucking. And he, because he's excited about her ass, tries to bend her over. And I said, no. Remember she said it's been a while? She literally said to us at dinner, I don't think he heard her, that it had been a year since she had sex with a man.
Okay.
I'm like, so like, start off slow. And he told me like afterward, like, oh my God, when I was fucking her, it was like taking a minute to like open up. I could feel it getting wetter and wetter. Like the pussy had to like, you know. And it was very, very sensual because of how slow we were going. He started fucking her. I'm like wrapped up in her while he's fucking her. I don't know, almost like we're both in missionary while he's fucking. We're making out. It's fucking sexy. Then turns around. He starts fucking her from the back. We're 69ing. That shit was so sexy. Oh, girl. A pussy and a dick at the same time. It was like God wanted me. Shout out to Brianna. God wanted me to feel this moment. Like, oh my God, I had not felt that since I was with Scissors. Other threesomes, I just was not that like close to the pussy while I was near the dick. Like, oh, it was just real nasty and nice. So then he starts fucking me. And I think, no. He kept fucking her. I get on top of her face. I didn't want to come. I had already came, but I kept it a quiet come because I was embarrassed. Because I'd be coming too quick. And I was like, I don't want to like, I'm just looking.
You really do sound like that.
So I sat on her face while she's getting fucked. She's eating me out. He puts his face into my ass, so both of them are eating me out. She's on my pussy from underneath, up top. He's fucking her missionary. He's eating my ass. Bro, I came so hard. I was like, sorry, I have to take a break. Bitch, took a little break. He was so annoyed with me. I could see it in his face, but he was trying to keep it cool. And her and I just started talking about how fucking great it was. She's like, oh my God, you guys are fucking
best.
I know.
That's the best. When you can sit with the girl and be like, bitch, we did that.
I know.
I love that.
So then finally my pussy recovers because I need a little 10-minute after, you know. And we start getting into more like licking, touching, more foreplay. And I came. He starts fucking me. Her pussy's in my face, right? She's touching herself while I'm fingering her. Girl, squirted all over my face while he was fucking me. I was trying not to come loud again, but bitch, the shit was good. It was like, oh, and when she squirted, she was like, oh my God, did I make a mess? And I was like, oh, is she doing dirty talk? Bitch, I couldn't take it. So then she like lifts up her ass to see how much is there. It's a whole puddle. She's like, oh yeah, it's not that bad. And like, he's still fucking me. And like, I came too hard after that whole thing happening. I had to stop again. Girl, I was at the point where like my body was starting to freeze up from all the fucking orgasming. So after her and I came, we're both like, should we watch Love is Blind? So we all get in the bed. And I know this nigga wants to kill me. I'm in the middle. She's to my left. He's to my right. He starts fucking me, spooning me while me and her are fingering each other. Her fingers are inside of me while he's fucking me. Finally, he comes. Girl, she's fucking playing with the shit with her fingers, still making out with me. Like, it's rubbing all over my stomach. I was like, I made up for the foursome that I had. Well, when y'all said I was vanilla, I made up for that shit.
Nope. You just saw a clip from the Horrible Decisions podcast.
To check out more full episodes and the rest of our content, check the links down below.